This is my application runtime. Now sign in. We're getting to the home page. If I click the button Start Running, the recorder will be started. Now I move for a while. The steps will growing up and the distance will be added. Here is the path recorder and the steps recorder, and also count the steps by stop the running button. It will show the results. This is the activity classes. You have the 3 activities. The first activity is used to sign user. Before signing, I will check if the user has been signed in. If user signed in, it will jump to the home page. Because my project is use the location recorder, the steps recorder, so I need check the permission first. So this part is for check the location permission. User will input their phone number and the password by click the login button to check if the information is valid. It will try login. This method is use the REST API. So I create the HTTP client called server for login. My server data has 2 RESTful API. One is at user, another is at point. I use MongoDB to install my data. The sign-in part is at user. I will get the phone and the password. To find one user is if it exists. If not, I will insert one user and return true. If the user does exist, just login return the true, login success. User doesn't exist, will return reject success. So after call the API success, it will jump to the home page. My home page contains some APIs, the map API and location API and the step API. On create, I should create the map box. It is an open source map API. And I need to record the steps, so I need set up the Sense Manager. It's used to record user steps. And I need to record user's location. I need to create the location manager. The location manager need to know how many providers they support the location. So I need check the provider is GPS or Wi-Fi. Then I check the permission again. After that, I create the location object. It will get the latitude data and the longitude data, which is the location point data. Then I create a method called getLocationInfo. This part will get the latitude and longitude Now I use the Mapbox SDK to generate the map view. The map view, when the map is ready, I will set up the camera onto the device point. This is the Boolean variable, which means if you click stop running, the method will start working. If not, the application will break the application. So after the button is clicked, that means the variable is to be the true. I will add the point onto the map view. The add point patch will call the API first because I need to insert the point data into my database. So I call the API first. This API was IDED. It means add point. I will insert one data into MongoDB, including the location point data. If it's success, it will return the location point. Now after response, the location data I implement to JSON format and add this data to the points list. I need to collect the distance between 2 points. So I wrote the method called get distance between 2 points. After that, I need to show the points on map. So I generate the point line object. This object is implement from map API. I add all points. The step recorder just changed when you start running. I use the sensor to get the device default steps data. And set the text. So if I click the start running button, the activity running will be true. If you want to stop, it will jump to the result page and I will send the data, the distance data, which means your running distance, your steps data, which means how many steps you run. Now the result activity will get the distance data and the steps data, then show on the screen. This is the results. The distance data and the step data will show here. And I get the button to back to the home page. I created two tests. One is the sign-in test. I use the phone and password to call the RESTful API. If the response is successful, it will run success. and no error. And the other function at point test is the same. Use the latitude and longitude point data to call the RESTful API, and we'll call server will be interactive, get the data from server. If it's successful, the latitude and longitude data will send from the server, same with the server. Thank you for watching my video.